Yes, people. What's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. I'm back again with another video today. This is a quick Arsenal transfer news video to let you guys know everything that's going on with Arsenal transfer news. And of course, William Saliba and the status of his injury and if he'll make it back in time for the game versus Leeds. Now, first things first, I'm just going to say this. Big up to everyone. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know if you guys can hear me loud and clear. And if you're watching this on the playback, hopefully the sound is very crisp and you guys can hear me clearly. Let me know where you're watching from. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get this show started. First things first. I know the transfer window is far and far away. We still got 10 games in the Premier League left to go, and we have a lot of other things to worry about. But Arsenal are getting the ball rolling for these summer transfer signings. We're starting to work on players like Declan Rice, who you guys have heard of numerous times at this point. What Arsenal are planning to do with the Declan Rice deal. We're going to talk about that. In addition to a gentleman in Spain, in Gabriel Veiga. I forget how to pronounce his name. Let me just check quickly.
Gabri Veiga.
Gabri Veiga. And then, of course, Victor Roque, who's a Brazilian wonder kid, who's also linked to Arsenal, in addition to today's new rumor. It's not new. We were linked to him in the summer, but Eric García from Barcelona is also now currently linked to Arsenal once again. So we're going to go through all of them. People in the chat, big up to you, big up to you, big up watching all the way from Texas. Shout out to you, Don AFC. Big up Kieran Hall in the chat. I see you guys. I see you guys in the chat. Throw your names in the chat, guys, so I can say what up. But yeah, let's get this show started. We're gonna start with, of course, the Declan Rice stuff. But also, if you don't know, Arsenal are monitoring the situation with Mason Mount. There's also rumors of a player in Germany that we're currently looking at. So let's just get straight into some of the rumors and everything else that we're hearing in today's Arsenal transfer news. First things first, Declan Rice. We hear about Declan Rice stories every day, over and twice on Sundays. So let's just go through some of these Declan Rice rumors and what's going on with Declan Rice story first, and we'll work our way down as we go along throughout the rest of the stories. So first, Declan Rice, Arsenal's number one transfer target in the summer, is growing confident that the club will win the race. The competition is Chelsea and Manchester, the Manchester clubs, not just Manchester United, but now it's the Manchester clubs. So it's 3 clubs within the Premier League who could be also fighting for Declan Rice's signature. But rumor has it that Arsenal are growing even more confident that they could get his signature over the line. Arsenal are attracted to Declan Rice. He could be an opportunity based on the fact that he could play number 8, and Declan Rice's character suits the characteristics that Arteta has built. Growing reference and the work ethic and the leadership that the team needs. So that could be another thing. And then finally, here's the final part to the article. Arsenal want to sign Arsenal want to sign the midfielder in January, but Declan Rice was confident. Arsenal want the midfielder in January, but and Declan Rice was considered, but West Ham insisted he's not for sale at any price, and he would be reluctant to leave the club in the middle of the season of a relegation battle. So it would be unlikely that he was going to ever leave West Ham in the middle of a relegation battle. We already know about that. Good afternoon, Andy Carter in the house. Big up to everyone in the chat. Good afternoon to everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Ramadan Kareem to everybody who's watching, also who's Muslim. Shout out to you guys, right? Also, if you didn't hear, the Arsenal third kit, ladies and gentlemen, the Arsenal third kit is going to be green. You know what? One thing at a time. We're just gonna finish off with the Declan Rice stuff first. First things first, guys. With Declan Rice, I'm not surprised that Arsenal are pushing so hard for Declan Rice. We've wanted Declan Rice for a couple months now. We've wanted him for I would say well over a year now. We've been monitoring the situation with Declan Rice, looking at him. I know it looked like he was close to joining Chelsea, didn't join Chelsea, close to joining Manchester United, didn't join Manchester United. Now it's a situation where it looks like he is destined to join Arsenal. Something could change last minute. You never know. But at this moment in time, this is the situation with Declan Rice. It looks like he's the number one transfer target for Arsenal, and the player seems to be on board with the possibility of joining the club also. So it is a win-win scenario for everyone involved, to say the least. Right now, quickly shifting gears over to that green kit. I'm not a fan, ladies and gentlemen. I am not a fan at all. So I get it. It is a homage to the 83, 82 kit that Arsenal used to wear, the JVC kit back in the day with the green and the blue sleeves. And I feel like Adidas have been doing a good job ever since they've gotten the new kits. But this right here is not saying it's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me personally. I think they should have gone with something else than green. I don't really like the green color. I personally, I'm not going to be buying this kit myself, but some people would like it. Maybe we need to see what it looks like with the players on wearing the kits, but the retro themed green kit that's leaked, it definitely divides opinion. Some people don't like it, some people like it. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Give it a rating out of 10 right now. We got about like 25 of you guys in the chat. Let me know. Give me your ratings out of 10 for this kit. I think personally, I don't like it. I personally don't like it. I think it's a terrible kit. I think it's a terrible kit. I would give it like barely. I would say it fails, but it would barely fail. I would give it like I would give it a 3. I'd give it a 3 out of 10. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I like the idea of the French Connection, the blue kit that I seen yesterday, but this, come on, you can do better than this. You can do better than this. This is not that nice. You know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like it. I think we could have done better, but hey, it is what it is. Let's see if this is actually the real kit. Um, it comes with goalkeeper gloves. It does look like a goalkeeper kit. It definitely does look like a goalkeeper kit. If Arsenal win the league, fans are gonna shameless wear it no matter what. How terrible. That might be true. It might be now that we're good, they know that they don't have to put out the best kits. Imagine that's the case. Imagine that's the case. People saying 4 out of 10. What are you guys saying? Let me know, guys. What do you rate this kit out of 10? What do you rate this kit out of 10? Let me know what you guys rate this kit out of 10. I want to know. I want to know what you guys think. Personally, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of this kit. I get it that it's old school Arsenal, but it's giving me vibes of like something else. I don't really like the vibes that it's giving me. I'd rather we stuck with I'd rather we try something else. Like this is not it for me. This is not it for me. I personally don't like it. I think we could have done so much better. And there were so many other kits we were linked to, like we had so many other different kits that we were interested in. It's just a shame that this is the way that they've gone, because I personally thought that we were going to do something different. But hey, moving on to the Saliba and Partey news. So giving you guys a quick little update on the injury status of these two players, just to give you guys a quick little update on what's going on with Partey and what's going on with Saliba and what's going on with everybody. In case you don't know, reports came out today. Actually, not reports. Players were spotted in training. So the players spotted in training are the following. You had what do you call it? Sorry, let me just look it up. So you had Kieran Tierney and Thomas Partey were both spotted in training, but Eddie Nketiah and William Saliba were not spotted in training. Neither of those two players made it into training. They weren't available with the first team. If I could show you guys the footage right now, I will do that. There was no Partey and there was no Kieran Tierney in the training for videos. As you can see here, you can see some of the players. You can see Rob Holding. You can see Mikel Arteta. You can see some of these guys, but some of the main guys were not around for that. So it is what it is. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, right? So as you can see there, Bukayo Saka, you can see some of the guys there. But the thing is, with that being said, I don't think it's a big deal. We should not rush William Saliba back from injury. We should take our time with William Saliba. It should be a situation where we realize that we have the Liverpool game coming up, and then after that we have the Man City game closely after that coming following, and in between there I think we play somebody else. So in my opinion, Arsenal should take their sweet time with William Saliba. They shouldn't rush him back. Where Thomas Partey, he's fit, he's available, he's going to be playing in the next game. So why? Uh, there's no real concern there. Anyone who had concern about Thomas Partey and his injury, supposedly, I always knew somewhat of a precaution, and I always knew that it wasn't a big deal. So this is a great thing. We're okay. We don't have to worry too much. But Eddie Nketiah is also out and was not spotted in training either. So those are the updates with those players and their injury statuses and everything going on with them. So let's continue to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yes, Egal. Who is the most important? Who is more important, Partey or Saliba? The reality is they're both important. They're both two of our best players. They're both two of our better players. But the reality is, I think Partey is a little bit more important than Saliba. People in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. I think Partey is more important because we don't really have anybody else who can supplement or thing. At least when you have center halves, you have two center halves. In that DM position, we play with a lone DM, and Jorginho doesn't give us the same qualities. Nobody really gives us the same qualities as Partey. Partey is one of the best in his position in world football, so it kind of makes sense. Iga, you got an eye on the City versus Liverpool as well, the impact of that game on yours versus Leeds. The reality is, Zane, I fully do agree with you there. If we do beat Leeds and City lose to Liverpool, I really do believe the title is almost like considered wrapped up almost at that point. If we do that, Partey is more important than the Don William Saliba. Yes, Partey is more important than William Saliba. People in the chat, let me know what you guys think. Who is more important, William Saliba or Partey? I don't really care too much who's more important. I'm just happy. I'm just happy with the situation at hand. Also, just to let you guys know, quick little side note. Big up to the Arsenal women's team. The Arsenal's women's team beat Bayern Munich yesterday in a Champions League semi-final. They beat Bayern Munich to advance to the next round of the Champions League, and they could easily, the Arsenal's women's team could actually win the Champions League this year. So shout out to the Arsenal's women's team. They're doing their thing over there, and they beat Bayern Munich, something that we've tried to do numerous times that we're unable to do. I think this form of Arsenal could potentially do that, but hopefully in the future, when we do get back in the Champions League, we get to avenge our losses to Bayern Munich. But yeah, the Arsenal's women's team is flying right now, doing so well, advancing to the next to the final four of the Champions League versus Barcelona. Sorry, not Barcelona, Bayern Munich. Right now, the next guy we are linked to. I gotta find articles on this guy because I don't know too much about this guy. I seen some stuff about him here and there. I seen some links. I seen Manchester United were linked to him. I seen all these other things about the guy with Newcastle and everybody else. He's a Celta Vigo player at this moment in time. If I'm not mistaken, he's 20 years old. He's a Spanish international. His name is Gabriel Viglit. Let me show you guys who I'm talking about. Jorginho will play hero again before it all ends. That's true. Everyone's going to have a role in this team, especially Emil Smith-Rowe. But yeah, Celta Vigo player right here. The Celta Vigo central midfielder is dream move of Arsenal, move amends Manchester United interests. So he wants to fulfill his dream and sign for Arsenal, according to Ferro Di Viago. The player has attracted interest from Manchester United, Manchester City, Newcastle, and Napoli. So just so you guys know, he's a 20-year-old Spanish midfielder, hasn't gotten a cap yet for the international team. He plays for Celta Vigo, and he's one of their main players this season. I wouldn't say he's like the best player in the team or anything like that, but he's featured in 25 of their games. This is his first full season actually getting first team football on a consistent basis. He currently is under contract until 2026, so it wouldn't be a situation where we could get him on a free or anything like that. But his price is around, they're saying around 30 million euros. That's how much it would cost. He plays predominantly in an attacking midfield role, but can also play in a central midfield role. I don't know too much about his ideal skill sets, but I can see what scouting reports say right here. They say he's good key passes, good dribbling. He has a long shot on him, and his through balls are impeccable. His weakness is his discipline and his short range passing. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of a Granit Xhaka when we signed him, with the discipline part and everything else. But hey, I don't think he does have a yellow card. He does have 4 yellow cards and 1 red this season in 18 games played. So it kind of shows you the kind of discipline he has. But hey, I don't really know. He was a Santi fan growing up, and LOL, his dream move is Arsenal. I didn't know that actually. You just told me about that. Yeah, he is the best. LOL, yeah, he is the best. Is he the best? I didn't know. I didn't know how good he was. Honestly, I need to find out a little bit more about this guy before I tell you guys information that I don't have. But yeah, so that's who we're linked to, the Celta Vigo midfielder. I think it's a situation where if we did really want to push for him, we could get him. But hey, Fabrizio Romano said around 40 million euros is what the rumored price at this moment in time is for the player. And Fabrizio Romano thinks he's a big Arsenal target. Fabrizio Romano spoke about the potential of him joining Arsenal and said that Arsenal would need to pay the 40 million release clause to get him over the line in order to make this deal happen. So, with that being said, it's an interesting story. Let's see where development goes from here, how far it can go, where things go from here. Because last time I checked, Fabrizio Romano basically just said he has interest from a lot of clubs, and Arsenal are just one of many who are interested in the Celta Vigo midfielder. So with that being said, we're gonna have to wait and see if we can prize him away from other clubs that are also interested in him, because there are a lot of clubs that are interested in him at this moment in time. Now, let me show you guys a little bit about this guy right here. This guy is exciting. He is a forward-thinking player. He is a player who, if we were to sign him, he is looking like one of the best young Brazilian talents in Brazil at this moment in time. So this right here is Vitor Roque. Now, if you guys don't know, Arsenal are seriously pushing for Vitor Roque. Reports coming from Sports Witness that Edu is in consistent contact with the attacker's entourage, and Vitor Roque's dad was in London on the weekend. Although his dream move is to play for Barcelona, let's see what happens. So this is Vitor Roque's dad's Instagram, and he was in London on the weekend. So could he be in London to speak to Arsenal's representatives about a potential transfer? Could that be the case? Maybe. We will have to wait and see if where things escalate and how things go from here. But for now, there's a lot more that I have to show you guys on the Vitor Roque situation. So let me just show you guys what we have here. So here we go. So I've seen a bunch of articles on it. So here we go. So this one here is from Sports, saying Arsenal are aspiring to sign the athletic Palmeiras Vitor Roque in the summer. Edu Gaspar is leading the pursuit. The director has been in contact with the teenager over time. You also have another one here where Fabrizio Romano is saying Barcelona are priority target as a backup striker remains, and Vitor Roque, the Brazilian gem, is considered the potential top player. So yeah, so at this moment in time, that is thing. And also, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang apparently is on the list in January, but could be advanced if the Roque deal collapses. So they're looking at Roque But if his deal collapses, Aubameyang could be the alternative. So that's good that they have an alternative because we're trying to sign this player away from them. Now, here's another report coming out. Arsenal are in pole position to sign the Brazilian Roque, 18-year-old Brazilian wonder kid. And Edu is, of course, leading the negotiations as Barcelona and Chelsea's interest for the player has cooled due to economics and FFP issues. So Chelsea and Barcelona both have some slight FFP issues that have put us in the driving seat for this potential transfer. I will tell you guys this. The player has been touted as the next Aguero. The player has been touted as the next Gabriel Jesus. The player has been touted as one of the best upcoming Brazilian wonder kids in world football. I think if we can get this deal done, it would be great for our club for the future because we would have another wonderful, wonderful Brazilian kid in the ranks. Now, here is the one of the final topics of the day. Eric García. Now, let me just tell you guys this. When I first heard the links of Eric García, I said to myself, why are we looking to sign Eric García? He left Man City. He hasn't really been doing well at Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken. Barcelona now looking to already get rid of him. They brought in a bunch more defenders to play in his position afterwards. I don't really know why we're going so strong on him. But Mikel Arteta worked with him previously. Mikel Arteta worked with him at Manchester City. Mikel Arteta has made signings that I never thought were going to work, and he made them work. So based on Mikel Arteta's track record alone, I don't really want to question him when it comes to transfer signings. I think Mikel Arteta has gotten enough credit in the bank at this moment in time where I don't need to question him when it comes to his transfer signings. He knows what he's doing, and if he wants Eric García, personally for me, I'm okay with it, and I want him to. Because I want Mikel Arteta to get everybody he feels deems that are good enough to play for us and that he deems are going to help him. At this moment in time, he has Rob Holding in that position. Is Eric García an upgrade on Rob Holding? That's for you guys to question. For me, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to say, you know what, Rob Holding, while he's here, he's done a job. But if we're going to change him with the Eric García, I'm okay with that result. I'm okay with that. I think that might be an even. I think that I consider that an upgrade. I really do. I really do consider that an upgrade, and I'm not too particular about the ins and outs of what might happen and what might not happen at this moment in time. Would you take Desk? We need a right back, but if Mikel Arteta doesn't want Desk, there's no point. There's no point. If Mikel Arteta don't want him, what's the point of going and getting him? That's the question. We have to be interested in the player at least. At least there has to be a little bit of interest in the player. It just can't come from left field. That's the point. It can't come from left field. It has to be somewhat. There has to be some interest in the player. Now, there's a bunch more things that we can get into, but before we go, I'm just going to show you guys a couple more things. So Mason Mount is linked to Arsenal, and I just want to know what you guys think. Would you guys take a risk on Mason Mount? Because it's a similar situation where if Mikel Arteta wants him, could it be another Jorginho situation? Could it be another situation where it's a player that Chelsea have deemed surplus requirements, but then comes to Arsenal and potentially does well? Or do you think it will be another agent and you don't want another agent? Let me know what you guys think. Because for me, I'm not really a fan of Mason Mount. I think it's actually a terrible idea to bring in Mason Mount. With all the talent we already have, I feel like we can get quality players elsewhere, unless we're just trying to get him to meet the quota, which I think there's other English players that we can get that are also as good as him or even better. So for me, Mason Mount is a no. But if Mikel Arteta wants him, this is where the catch-22 comes. I don't want the player, but if Mikel Arteta wants him and he sees something in him that he can make something of a better player, and there's probably potentially a discount in the market because Chelsea want to get rid of players quickly, you never know, man. It's a situation where he's linked to every club now. I've seen him linked to Chelsea. I seen him linked away from Chelsea to Liverpool. I've seen him linked away to Chelsea to Arsenal. I've seen him linked away to Manchester United, and I've even seen him linked to Man City. Does he have the technical ability to play in our system? Does he have the flexibility to play as as an 8 in Xhaka's role? Yes. Does he have the capabilities to play in any other position? Maybe in the 10 even. He has the capability to play in two positions. Will we sign Mason Mount? I don't think so. I think these are just paper talk at this point. I have to really question the legitimacy of these deals. But look at you guys. Some of you guys are saying no. Dumfries. Keep Dumfries' name out of your mouth. That come on, Gunnar JS. Dumfries is terrible defensively. He's terrible. He's another Nuno Tavares. Do you want another Nuno Tavares at Arsenal? That is who Denzel Dumfries is. Definite no for Mason Mount. Saka wishes he could get Mason Mount's category. What are you talking about, bro? Mason Mount is not that guy to be comparing to Saka. Like, you gotta relax, my guy. You gotta relax. But yeah, so these are the two main guys. These are the two main guys that we're linked to today. But there's also one more guy that we're linked to that I just want to show you guys. This is a Galatasaray player. His name Galatasaray player. European clubs are after him. He's a right back. His name is Sacha Boey. He's currently linked to. He's currently he decent, not redeemed. You know what? I don't know too much about the guy. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's all I know is he's a right back. He plays for Galatasaray, and Arsenal are linked to him. Also, we'll have to wait and see what happens with him because we're also still linked to Ivan Fresneda, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll probably go back in for Fresneda before we go and sign anybody else. But yeah, that is the situation with that guy. And then, so yeah, let me just go to Ivan Fresneda's story quickly. Let me see what Ivan Fresneda is saying. Because if I'm not mistaken, Ivan Fresneda, there was a quick update on Ivan Fresneda before. Yeah. Fabriano Romano gave an update on Ivan Fresneda. He said that Ivan Fresneda wants a new challenge in the summer and is sure that Arsenal or Dortmund are still interested in the 18-year-old, but there is other clubs in the mix and becoming an open race. So we'll have to wait and see what happens when the window opens back up. We'll have to wait and see when the window opens back up. That is the reality. But yeah, people comparing Mason Mount and Saka, like, what are we talking about here? Like, Mason Mount's like how old? He's like 4 years older than him, or no, 3 years older than him. Why are we comparing a 21-year-old to a 24-year-old? Also, when it comes to Mason Mount, he hasn't even beaten the Emil Smith Rowe allegations. And then you have the FIFA Golden Boy Award. I think Bukayo Saka has a shout to win that this year, let alone putting up numbers where Ballon d'Or candidate numbers. But hey, he doesn't have those numbers yet. But FIFA Best Awards, I mean, and Young Player Awards, he's going to get those in a couple of years' time. Don't forget, Raheem Sterling, when he was at Liverpool and he won the Golden Boy Award, had like 9 goals and 8 assists in the league, where Bukayo Saka already has more than that. And there's another 10 games to go. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, people, I'm going to wrap it up here. This has been a quick little stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you guys got a little bit more information. I'll be back later today at what time am I going to be back? I'm going to be back, if I'm not mistaken, I got a stream later today at 5 o'clock. I got a stream at 5. So check us out at 5 o'clock. Make sure you don't miss that stream because I'm going to have Joe on. Joe's a Leeds fan, and he's going to give us all the insight on everything going on with Leeds. And yeah, just keep you guys up to date on everything going on with Arsenal. I'm going to make sure it goes and redirects you guys to that video so you guys can make sure you save a reminder on that video. But yeah, Zane, this is a healthy chat. Huh? Yeah, this is a healthy chat. Yeah, we're actually, people are normal. We're not fighting each other like 24/7 like other people. But yeah, today the chat, you guys have been amazing people, even though we got some rivals in the house. So big up Scott Ram, big up Zane, big up to everyone for watching. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you guys leave a comment down in the comment section if you're watching this on the playback or you're watching live. Once the video is ended, leave a comment down below. Let everyone know how great of a video it was. W's in the chat for everyone watching. Have yourselves a great day. I'm going to go make some TikToks and I'm out of here. Peace.